And good day. Welcome to Tironan's Unfriendly Skies. Today we have the 1092 and the BV212. I thought I'd get you some good 15, well, actually 16 minutes of content here as we continue down the Candy Crush road to whatever. We have a Tempest that will be coming up later in a couple of days. Thought I'd show that to you. But today we have the goodness, which is the 1092, and it is a fun aircraft. This one is fully spec'd out now. Good pilot, not my best pilot, but a good pilot. And we're really enjoying this son of a gun. And what I enjoy is its ability to go from 0 to 8,200 feet with no problem whatsoever. Decent rate of turn, running about 10.2. 720 DPS on the guns. Really outstanding range thanks to long barrels. It's just one nasty piece of work. So I see this gaggle and try to choose out the one that's farthest behind. Obviously I'm going too fast. And we take care of them. Alright, using that good turn circle. Now I talk about the good turn circle. It's 10.2. Do not get the impression you're going to go against them MiG 30 or Lag 15 or Sabre and win that contest, because you're not. But for most cases it's more than good enough. And thanks to all the little additions that I have made on this aircraft, it's running just about 375 cruise speed, which is more than quick enough. A lot of boom and zooms find out to their dismay that they can't get away from you, not with the long range on the guns and the high cruise speed. And I've bagged at least a couple of XF90s with this thing to prove it, as is the case here. It's one good plane by any stretch of the imagination. Alright, so we got our GA here. You know my philosophy, only GAs. If you ignore them, just kiss the game goodbye, go play it for fun, and don't worry about it. Now, whatever can be said about GAs, they're almost always vulnerable from the top. I'm not doing myself a favor here by doing a ground chase, but we get away with it. Had that been a player controlled plane, I probably would not have gotten away with it. Let's go find some more trouble to get into. Now, we'll be taking the occasional swig of Coke and the occasional vape. So if that really offends you, let me know. But Come on, folks, we're all human here. Have yet to see anybody stand at a podium, give their 15-minute speech without a glass of water. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So we went ahead and I put in the BV212 because obviously this was a very short video and that's just not worth your time. The scores are low and everything else because this was, 400-point game or whatever it was. It was over pretty quick, 600-point game. And not that much of a contest from our side. We won this one fairly handily. It was never out of control. Now, the reason we're doing a voiceover is because me and a clanmate were in here making all sorts of inappropriate comments and having a lot of fun doing it, but it's not appropriate to put it on YouTube, and I'm not going to subject you to that. As fun as it might be, if there's an interest in doing an uncensored version of this where I just say what I think, let me know, but yeah. Probably not going to be appropriate. All right. If I do, I'll put it on a subscription only scenario. Okay, so we have the 212. Now, it's got about 600 DPS on this instead of the 800 you expect from an 1101 1092 sort of situation. And again, I'm working with Mad Dog Moran, my clanmate. To get it done here. Now, one of the nice things is you catch planes in the climb is they just stall out and make these wonderful targets. As is proven twice here. Truth in advertising, when I was climbing after those guys, I made an excellent target myself, but didn't get caught at it. We're just going to scoot on along here. Take out one sector after another. I did not fire the rockets because at that point there's any sort of delta vector with rockets doesn't work well. You have to use your guns for them. If somebody's making a head-on pass with you in intent to ram, that works pretty well. If you're dead behind a bomber, then that works pretty well. But otherwise, trying to use them any other way, I haven't found them to be all that efficient. Alright, so then we'll kiss that F-94 goodbye, and now we'll work on moving on to the next sector. And there's a 262. Boldly coming on like you got no problem in the world. I like shooting 262s down, but I've always got to be aware of the fact that I have a bad, and I mean bad, habit of chasing these guys far too long. Mostly because I find them irritating as hell. And I like this gaggle. We were up high, so a lot of the things that you see are below me can't get up here, or can't get up here very efficiently. Yes, 262 line. And I've yet to figure out why these guys just don't turn tail and run. You'd never catch them, but they don't. They insist on turning. And this is a case where I should have just gone on and found other targets. But I keep scoring hits, and they've got him down to about 50% of his health bar. And is this getting old or what? Okay. And the other thing about spending too much time chasing these guys is it lets you, leaves you hanging for another boom and zoom to eat your lunch while you're chasing another one. Now, chasing a boom and zoom, then you're wide open to a boom and zoom coming up on your tail and eating your lunch, is what I'm trying to say here in plain English. And make no mistake, you're going full out speed, you are not evading, you are not presenting any sort of difficulty for a boom and zoom to come up your tailpipe and light you up. All right. Now, a big part of our plan was for me to run cover for the IL-40, which is Mad Dog Moran, which we're doing here, and just making life hell on fighters that would like to shoot them down. Again, 600 DPS is more than enough at tiers 9 and 10. It will get the job done. I prefer that being in as flat shooting a package as you can get it, but just way too much fun with a good flat shooting gun, and the 213C is a flat shooting gun. And trying to catch up that 217. I am at 92,000 feet. Don't know if I'm ever going to get to this guy. Barely. Now this is this position you don't want to get into. Slow speed chasing RB-17 with his tail stinger behind him. You meet him on a head-on, or he's in a turn, you can catch up to him quick. That's one thing. But doing a slow creep up on an RB-17 is not a smart idea, unless you're in an XF-90, in which case it doesn't matter. He's going to die regardless of what. $1,200 DPS will hurt no matter what you think. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of an intruder mission here. P.51H. Ground attack aircraft, it's late game. I would love to take this thing out. Not being a jerk here, it just comes down to the fact that I'm flat miss with those rockets. And we're doing a side-by-side sweep on the guy. or he has no real firepower, and take him out that way. And again, easy victory here. All right. So good experience. Good silver. Good free experience. And better than that, it does not get. 10 kills, 2 assists. Not gonna cry. Most of all, we supported the GA, which is a clan mate, so I better support him, right? Alright folks, remember to like, subscribe, and if you want to support the channel, you can do so on the Patreon link on the main channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.